I'm back to Tell the Truth channel. Please like, share my content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and what other content that y'all go on. I appreciate that very much, and hit the bell. I am in Jesus and Jesus is in me. Okay, now this is something that I want to speak on and my daddy want me to speak on because you all need to know what y'all say out y'all mouth can put y'all in a situation that y'all don't want to be in. That's what y'all got to understand. The things that you speak out your mouth can get you in a situation that you don't want to be in. So you got to be careful of the words that comes out your mouth. So this is what I wanted to say to y'all. You know how when y'all say when y'all how I'm gonna put this say okay, I'm gonna try to put it the best way I can. Say you out there in the streets, right, and you see a person not looking right out there in the world because it's a lot of people out there struggling, and you know how some people think they are better than people that struggle. So you might see somebody out there that not smell right because they can't take a bath like they want to because they struggling. They homeless. So they come up to your car and you say, get away from me, you stink. I don't want you up here by me. You stink, get away. You got to look at it. When you say things, you got to think before you speak. You have to think before you say anything out your mouth because what you loose down here on earth is what you loose up in heaven. So if you speak on somebody on this earth, you speaking it up in heaven. So if you calling somebody out and you say this person don't look right, it's going straight up to heaven. And when it go up to heaven, they catch it and then they bring it right back down and then boom, you in that situation. That's the way it goes. So what you loose down here is what you loose up in heaven. Wherever you speak on is what's going to happen in heaven. You say, I want to be married down here. And I want to be married. So when you say I want to be married down here, that means the people up in heaven, God and them up there in heaven, they hear that. So if you say you want to be married to that person down here on earth, that means you loosen it down here and it's going up to heaven. So that means you telling my Father, well, I want to be married up in heaven with the person that I'm down here on earth with. So you loose that down here and then it goes up to heaven. So wherever y'all loose down here, it loose up in heaven. So that's what y'all got to think about. That's why you got to be very careful of what you speak out your mouth. So if you say, I want a house down here, I want a mansion down here, and you say it like you saying it out loud, like I want a mansion down here, and God hears it. So that means you loosed that down here, what you said down here, you loosed up in heaven. That means God heard it, he caught it. So when you pass, you will have that mansion when you go to heaven. So whatever you speak on is what's going to happen. So that's why he says, what you loose down here is what you loose up in heaven. That's what he's saying. So say for instance, you see all these women, okay? or all these mans, because it's gold digger mans and it's gold digger women's, and you say, I'm tired. I don't want to. I'm tired of these gold diggers. You know, I'm tired of dealing with. I'm tired of gold diggers coming up in my face. So you saying that every woman that you see is a gold digger, or every man that you see is a gold digger. So what you loose down here, when you say that, you loosen it up in heaven. So when you say, I'm tired of these gold diggers coming in my face, a gold digger man's coming in my face, gold digger women's, gold digger man's, can go both ways. And next thing you know, you end up with a gold digger because you loosed it down here and it went up to heaven. So you got to be careful what you say, because everybody is not a gold digger. You can't call every person you see a gold digger, because everybody is not a gold digger. Everybody is not a gold digger. The only way you would know the difference between a gold digger and a person is not a gold digger is to pay attention to people. Pay attention, because people are going to show you their true colors. They're going to show you exactly who they are. They're not going to hide it too long. Once they get to know you real good, they are going to show you their true colors. It always comes out. So you can't always say that everybody is a gold digger. You can't always say that, because everybody on God's green earth is not a gold digger. It's some good people out here and it's some bad people out here. And that's what y'all got to look at. You got to be careful on how you speak things out your mouth, because what you speak out your mouth can backfire on you and hit you back in folds. So what you loose down here is what you loose up in heaven. That's what y'all got to think about. So that means that if you calling people bees, that means that going up in heaven, and God hears that. He hears that. So when you call somebody a bee, somebody gonna end up calling you one, or your children's. Wherever which way it goes, it can go the way God wanted to go. So that's why you have to be careful what you speak out your mouth, because the tongue or your mouth can put you in a situation that you cannot get yourself out of. That's what y'all got to think about. You got to be careful on what you speak out your mouth, because it can always backfire on you. That's what you got to think about. So never talk about nobody, because once you do that, it backfires. If you even try to judge a person, it backfire on you, because like I keep saying, what you loose down here is what you loose in heaven. So be careful on how you speak your words about people, because it will backfire on you and folds harder and mess your life up. It can do that. That's why my daddy say, be careful with your tongue, because your tongue can put you in a situation that you can't get yourself out of. That's what y'all got to think about. Yeah. So anytime you see anybody and you try to judge them about anything about their life, how they look, or whatever you say, it's going to backfire on you. That's what's going to happen. So everything you speak on ricochet right back. If you talk about somebody's car, say somebody going through some problems with their car, and then you go in the house and you talk to your husband or your wife or your girlfriend or what, I seen this person, they was going through such and such with their car. Then next thing you know, God done heard it. Whoop, there it go. Whoop, there it is. Boom. It hit you. Now your car is acting up. That's the way it goes. So it's always better to be kind, gentle, understanding, patient with people. So if somebody needs your help, just help them. Don't criticize nobody. Just go and help them. Because you never know. The situation a person in, everybody gets in a situation. Everybody gets in a situation. So if somebody going through a situation, help them. And never criticize nobody, because you don't know the work, you don't know the situation that person in, and you can't never say that somebody is something that you really don't know about until you get to know that person. Because like I say, everybody on green earth is not a gold digger. So the only way you'll find that out is to spend time and get to know that person. And that person eventually will show their true colors. And it really don't take that long for people to show their true colors. It don't take that long. So, yeah. That's what y'all got to think about. Be careful on what you say and what you think about people. Because whatever you say, because let me tell you something. My daddy know when you're thinking. He knows it. He knows everybody what they thinking in their mind. And whatever you think in your mind, you loosen it up in heaven. You're doing it like that too. Whatever you think in your mind is loosened. Going, you thinking it down here, it's going right up in heaven. And my daddy is hearing it. He knows what you're thinking. Yes, he does. Why you think a lot of people out here that try to do so much wrong get caught? Because he know what they thinking before they do it. And they don't think that, but he does. He already knows when somebody finna retaliate on somebody before they think about doing it. He know they finna do it. And there it goes. He stop it before it happened. Or he let the person go ahead and try to do it. And then when he do it, he stops it. That's what he does. He go ahead. Sometimes he'll let that person go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and let that person take their shot. I'm going to see how far this person going to go. I'm just going to see how far this person going to go with this. And then when he see that person try to go too far, he put a stop to it before it hit that person that they trying to send it out to. So whoever that person is trying to send out anything to harm that person, he put a stop to it before it happened, because he want to see how far this person going to take it. He want to see. And then when he see how far it goes, he put a stop to it before it even hit that person. That's what he does. But then when he see that person is so anxious to try to do something really, 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 really to harm somebody, he stopped that way before it happened, because he already knows that this person got it planned in their head to do something even wicked to harm somebody. And he put a stop to it before it even go out. So before y'all even think about doing anything wicked, my daddy know what you're thinking before you do it. He knows it. So if you thinking it, it's not going to happen. If you think you finna harm somebody, it's not going to happen. And if you do harm somebody, it's because my daddy wanted it to happen. It was their time to go. So if it does happen, it was their time. If it don't happen, then it was not their time. So let me give y'all an example. Say you in a dream. You had a dream about somebody. And God let you see that dream. He let you see everything going on in that dream, because he wanted you to warn that person that it's going to happen. But if you in a dream and you see the dream and all of a sudden you forget about that dream. It wasn't meant for you to warn that person. It was time for that person to go. That's the way it goes. So if he lets you see the dream and he show you everything in that dream, that means, and you don't forget about the dream, that means he wants you to warn that person that something is going to happen before it happens. But if you go into that dream and all of a sudden you wake up out that dream and you forget about that dream, that means it was meant for whatever finna happen to that person is supposed to happen. It's their time. Now, that's how my daddy does. He don't take you off earth off of natural causes. He warn you and let you know that the person is finna go. If he show you that, he show you that the person is finna go, and he don't let you warn that person, that means that person time is up, because that person don't need to know that their time is up, because he already let that person know that their time is up. So if he show somebody else in the family about that person, and then he don't want you to relay the message to that person, but the person already know, because my daddy already gave that person a warning that their time was up anyway. So he gave a warning to the other person, and let the other person know that that person time was up. It's not for you to warn that person, because that person already know their time is up. So it's not for you to warn it, because if he wanted you to warn them, he would have let you see the whole thing in the dream. And when he did let you see the whole thing in the dream, he took it out of your head so you couldn't go back and tell the person, because that person time was up. Because if that person time was not up, then he would let you go. He would let you keep the dream in your head so you can warn that person and let the person know that, something finna happen. Don't go that way, because God let me know that this is finna happen, so don't go that way. That's a warning. They're giving you a chance to warn that person and tell that person not to go that way. So I'm gonna give you an example. One day I had a dream about my niece, and my niece, I had a dream about her. Was in her car. She was in her car, and I told her, I had a dream, and I told her I saw her in the dream driving on the expressway, and it was snowing real hard. I mean, it was coming down hard, and she had her kids in the car with her, and her car went off. Her car skidded off and went into a ditch and fell all the way down. It was like she fell in the lake. It's like her car went into the lake, but it was a ditch with a lot of water. And she hit the rail, because I told her car was going to hit the rail, and her car was going to slide into a ditch. And it was for me to tell her that, because it wasn't her time to go, or her children's. So when I told her that, I think like 2 months later, she had that accident like I told her. And it happened exactly the way I told her it was going to happen. But what had happened for her, that it was a stranger that came and helped her and her kids get out of that ditch that they was in. Because in the dream, I didn't see no stranger help her. I just saw her fall into that ditch, and was like, it was over, like almost over her car. But it wasn't over her car, but it was almost over her car. And that's when the stranger came and helped her and her kids get out of the ditch. So that's what my daddy does. Now, when it's not your time, he will let you tell that person, so you can warn that person what's going to happen. Because when everything don't always happen the way y'all think it's going to happen, it don't always got to happen that same day or a week later. Sometimes it take a week. Sometimes it take a month. Sometimes it take 2 months. Sometimes it'll take a whole year. before that accident happens. But you better believe the person that you told about that accident remember it after it happens. They remember what happened because you told them exactly what's going to happen. And that's the way it goes. So if he don't want you to warn that person, he's going to make you forget everything that he showed you in that dream. You're going to forget about it. And that means it's not for that person to know because it's that person's time is up. That's the way it goes. So that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about. So y'all remember, like I said, think about the things that y'all speak out y'all mouth. Because whatever you speak out your mouth goes straight up in heaven. And it comes right back down to you. That's where it do. That's where it goes. What you loose down here is what you loose up in heaven. So it's always better to think good things because you want it to loose up in heaven good things so it can come back to you good things. Think about that. Thank y'all for listening to me. Jesus love you, Father love you, the Holy Ghost, the angels, the ancestors, and I love y'all. And I'll be back to talk to y'all again soon. Y'all have a good day and a blessed day.